Let's do a cooldown. Let's do a Torus run and try and go a little drone heavy. We're gonna send Captain Leech into battle with Zelly and Card Shark. Surely this crew will get the job done. Remember, Engi Medbot dispersal means that we kind of get limited heals around the ship. And then we are basically 100% dependent on our drone to start. I don't know if we lose Cardi, we lose the ship. You're not wrong. I do have kind of a track record of Cardi runs falling to ruin rather quickly. All right, so how do we, I don't remember how we do this. We have the ion, we power down what to get our drone out? Nothing, because it only takes 2, right? I'm the leader, we're gonna win for sure. I like that energy leech. We're gonna get this one. Scans reveal a large asteroid field nearby. Short-range scanners may discover useful materials while we wait for the FTL to charge. Sure, let's go. Let's explore. 5 fuel. Fortunately, that was not an event that killed Cardi, which has been known to happen on our first jump with Card Shark. There's a ship with pirate markings orbiting the nearby planet. You receive a hail. Anything is possible for the right price. You're correct, friend. Anything, including me fighting you. All right, they have anti-drones, which is frankly the worst possible thing that we could fight. So the minute we can get out of here, we're gonna go. That's awful. This shows a pretty glaring weakness of the Engi ship. Like, this simple configuration is just a straight up hard counter. That seems a little bonkers. I'm not even gonna field another drone in the hopes of breaking through, because I gotta try. I mean, I could knock out their drone bay, right? But I have to keep all the other stuff down too. I think we're just gonna take our leave of this place. If we get out of here with just the one hull damage, I'll consider it a blessing. You arrive at a populated sector. One merchant seems to be mass broadcasting a request for a mercenary ship to aid him. Shall we respond? Sure, I'll take a quest. Your ship seems reasonably equipped. A freighter carrying a shipment of my goods is a week late. The fools flew through a pirate-filled sector in their haste, and I fear for the cargo's safety. I'm looking for a less incompetent captain to investigate. Sure thing, I got this. All right, where's our quest marker? Oh shoot, that's on our way, dog. I think I'm gonna take the one that jumps us a little further up just so that we have time to navigate to the quest. You stumble across a forward scout for the rebel fleet. They're powering up their FTL. If they get away, surely they'll be jerks. All right, hopefully we can get everything offline quick here. I need the drone to go hard. Ah, shot on the FTL I'll take. Their drone bay knocking me out? Get out of here. We only lost 1 point to the drone bay though, so it's not disastrous. I need more shots on target, please, little drone. This is maybe the one thing about the Engi ship. Like, I like the concept of the drones. I think the drones are really neat, and I think they make for an interesting combat loadout. But like, it's so frustrating when your drone is just like pittering about and not accomplishing anything. Not a great start. Haven't been able to finish our 2 combats. The distress signal is coming from a small space station orbiting an uninhabited planet. Their satellite, sure, we can try and help because we've got Engi this time. We're gonna remotely repair its targeting system. Yeah, 2 missiles, a drone, and 22 scrap. Your crew member is able to remotely fix the glitch in the defense AI, allowing the repair crew to close in and finish the job. The station gives you its thanks along with a reward. quite satisfying. I'm glad we jumped as far forward as we did, because since we got the event where they doubled their pursuit, we might not have been able to do the quest. Oh, the drone system is still damaged. I forgot all about it. We need weapons down would be ideal here. Beautiful. The drone heard me. It was like, oh, sorry. Sorry about the not being good in the last fight. Let me fix that. Oof. Thing went ham this time. The ship explodes. 1 missile, 1 drone, 14 scrap. And unfortunately, I think we're going to take some fire damage here. And it's alright. I don't think it's going to actually do any hull damage. Yeah, we got it put out in time. Let's get out of here. Alright, let's go to the quest. We can still jump around a little bit if time permits. You arrive at the last known location of the merchant's delivery. You begin to scan for the lost ship. You find the remains of the ship. It seems to have severe external damage, but you cannot pinpoint a cause. The majority of its cargo seems intact. You manage to discern the ship's intended destination. So it's 3 fuel, a missile, and 17 scrap. Take the cargo and head to its original destination in search of a reward. Yeah, I'm okay with that, because the 17 scrap's not huge, and the missiles honestly do nothing for me. But where's the quest marker? Oh, you sons of bitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think we can do it. We get the stuff anyway, so it's not like it's a huge loss. But I honestly don't think we can get over there. Scans show a remote settlement being blockaded by a pirate ship. The ship hastily messages you. Stay out of this, or you'll be next. Concentrate fire on... I hate a Zoltan shield with the combat drone, but we can't afford to not take some fights here. We need to get some goodies. We need either another direct weapon so that we're not completely at the mercy of the drone, or we need more drones so that we can just kind of suppressing fire. What we don't need is to take so much damage that the drone gets knocked offline, so we gotta be careful. Soon as that is down, we gotta go repair oxygen. We gotta keep an eye on Card Shark here, because I don't want him to die from oxygen deprivation. No, piracy can't be forgiven. Get out of here. You shot at me. You should know. We've got a rule around here. 1 missile, 1 drone, 16 scrap. Ooh, with the pirates gone, you signal the station. We appreciate what you've done, but there'll just be another ship looking to profit from our isolation soon enough. Sorry we can't give you more. So not a huge scrap reward, but the Pegasus missile I'll take. We're gonna actually let Cardi go and completely heal up. So the Pegasus missile is 2 shots, right? It's 2 missiles. Yeah. So it's the same cost as our ion blaster. I mean, as long as we got missiles, it's something that we can put to use when needed, but definitely not our ideal scenario. Let's see. 1, 2. Yeah, if we go to the quest marker, we're going to be jumping back into the exit beacon while the rebel fleet's there, so I think we're going to skip it. I'm just going to get out of this sector. You arrive at the long-range beacon. Scanners are showing intelligent life forms on a nearby planet. No match for them can be found in the database. Let's investigate. You land a small shuttle in an enormous field, whose only occupants are small, brightly colored, 6-legged horse-like animals. Could they be what your scans picked up? Well, let's try and communicate with them. I like bright, 6-legged horse creatures. Heyo! None of your attempts to communicate seem to work. They just stare at you silently. As you prepare to leave, one of the creatures canters forward and forcefully nudges you away from the ship. He seems to want you to follow him. Eventually, they guide you to an old Engi ship crash site. Inside, you're able to find and reactivate an Engi. 1 fuel, 2 missiles, 3 scrap, and our new friend, Caldwell. Caldwell, I would like very much for you to be in charge of shields. That would please me. So no shop Is it? I think we're gonna upgrade and get a shield. We're gonna need one more power. So for right now, we're gonna have to roll without a med bay. That's fine. Oh, the store was right there. We wouldn't have been able to get to it and come back anyway. Let's go to the Zoltan controlled sector. You arrive in Zoltan space. From what you've heard, they anticipated the coming war and made preparations to hold their borders. We also had a store to back jump to here. This is an outrageous set of conditions. You don't have time to hail the Zoltan ship that was waiting at this beacon before it jumps away. They are a careful race. Ah, this would have been a trap. This has no outbound beacons other than the one we're in. So I'm going to skip it and we're going to head straight up into the nebula. I don't know how big the initial pursuit from the rebels will be, but probably bigger than that. Inside this nebula, you detect a rogue planet drifting through space. On its surface, a huge monolith visible at this distance even through the naked eye. All right, so we've already had this one. Let's try this again. Pull in the ship closer. So, about this event, sometimes you can lose a crewman. Thank you for your service, Captain Leach, but you're no longer with us. As you approach, a kaleidoscope of colors fills the view screen, and one of your crew begins to age rapidly in reverse, eventually disappearing into nothingness. Let's hope they've transcended physical existence and not just been forced out of it. Pretty sure you won the game, Leech. Wasn't me, Card Shark says. Right, you made it through this one. All right, so Caldwell says, thank you for rescuing me. I'm the captain now. Not a good sign to lose the captain in the second sector, if I'm honest. Nothing going on. Man, quiet sector. Lots of non-events. You come across a pirate in hot pursuit of an unidentified ship. You quickly receive a transmission from the pirate. Stay out of this fight and we'll make it worth your while. We will not do such a thing. How dare you? Have at you, you scalawag. All right, good shot immediately to the weapon systems from the drone. I'm pretty sure, you know, I always target the shield with the ion blaster. If I'm correct, I don't need to do that. Not much use for a wheelchair in space. Sorry, crew. All right, we should be able to pull this down. I at least wish the drone, like the drone just shot an empty crew compartment there. Like, at least shoot systems. No, you fool. You will die at my hand for the crimes you've committed. On top of being the Federation's only chance, I'm also space justice. Really did not need that to shank. The ions on the shield suck. We need that to be gone. Oof, we're gonna take hull damage. Oh, and how? Alright, at least it wasn't that bad. 17 scrap. Oh, and 25 scrap. I went too quick, but we got 25 scrap from the people we rescued, which will give us the pip we need to put the med bay back online. Still kind of in search of some kind of long-term damage solution. You arrive at a Zoltan research facility. They say they are researching genetic disorders due to stasis sleep and prolonged FTL travel. They ask if your crew has the time to undergo a few scans. Could lose another crewman here, but I'm fine with that. Let's participate. 14 scrap for our trouble. Your crew calmly lines up for the Zoltans to take their readings. After a short time, the process is done. They contact you. Thank you for your participation in our study. Please accept these small cakes made from stiff dough, as well as some scrap. I appreciate your stiff dough offering. It appears the distress beacon is coming from the surface of a nearby moon. Your sensors are picking up a single life form. Let's go check it out. You find a man living alone in a cave. From the appearance of his wrecked ship, it seems he's been here for many years. He looks healthy, but his mental state is questionable. Well, we need someone to take Leech's place. Perhaps this is just the transcendence of Leech's brain and his, like, essence to a new person. Let's bring him back to the ship. I'm sure this can't end terribly. We've taken 5 damage to the hull. Being back in space terrifies him. He goes mad and nearly blows a hole in the side of your ship with a makeshift explosive in an attempt to escape this metal prison. He dies in the explosion. Well, that's cool. Thanks, dog. Things aren't going great here on the Torus. That's all right. The Engi are dedicated. Let's hit a couple more beacons and hope this shop yields some more drones or something. Intruders on board is not what you want to see for an Engi ship. This is V bad. How quickly... Yes. Okay. Man that, and then let's see if we can kill them with oxygen deprivation, because that's our only hope on that front. I do have to remember that we also have to fight. Our oxygen is going to be down too, which is kind of a problem. There's some issues. We're not going to have a ton of time to try and fix oxygen. Sally's going to have to try and get it done right now on the fly. Ooh, they're trying to find their way into the doors. All right, well, your ship got blown up while you guys were busy screwing about. I don't think even 3v2 in the med bay we can survive a fight against these guys. We're gonna find out. Their ship explodes. 1 fuel, 1 drone, 21 scrap. However, they're gonna run roughshod over the rest of the ship here. I can't close the doors because doors are broken. If they don't come into the med bay and fight me in the med bay, we're gonna have a problem. Man, I wish that... This is awful. No, all right, yes. Here we go. The final showdown. We're gonna win. Fighting Mantis with Engi anywhere but medbay, we would have been absolutely smoked. That is an absurd amount of hull damage to take, though, trying to fight this event off. Which unfortunately means that all the scrap that we had gotten is now basically going to be dedicated to fixing the hull. All right. Everything's repaired. Oxygen's coming back up. Not great, if I'm honest. You arrive in an asteroid field and are greeted by a Zoltan guard. By attempting to access these closed mining fields, you are in violation of the Natural Mineral Protection Act. Your weaponry will be confiscated for processing. You don't have time for this. You certainly don't. Another Zoltan shield. I guess that's the downside, right? Like I keep choosing the Zoltan sector because I'm like, oh, maybe we'll get a Zoltan crewman. And a Zoltan crewman for free is helpful because it's a crew member and a shield bar. But if I'm then losing resources because we're fighting a Zoltan ship, again, I don't know how much it helps. I've got some opportunity cost issues that I think I need to address. That fight went pretty smooth, though. 2 fuel, 1 drone, 25 scrap. I'll take that. They shouldn't be able to get through the shield here, so we can wait and let everything kind of come back up. Let's take one more before we... Well, no, we're down really low on hull. Let's go to the shop. We can always come back if there's something we really need. A Mantis crew here is hunkered down in the abdomen of a long-dead space whale, the only way, presumably, for them to operate their black market trade without detection. Worth a look. All right, what do we got? The mind control and hacking would be great if we had more crew. 42 scrap to heal, unfortunately. The charge laser I don't hate. It can hold 2 shots, so we could make sure the ion cannon brought stuff down and then switch and shoot with the charge laser. I think the charge laser loses whatever it had charged though if it powers down. So that's not as great. Kind of another garbage shop. Man. We could sell the Pegasus. Another ion blaster. I see, but that we're still hard countered by the... I'm gonna grab the charge laser, but unfortunately we don't have anywhere near the power that we need for it. That's okay. I think I kind of understand what I want to do with this. I just don't know if it's going to work the way I want it to work. Zoltan ship makes contact. The nature of the day is rotational. The fever is emaciated. It is the crazed ones. So let's see if we can get my weapons juggle to work here. So my idea is once we know we've got the shields ionized, we can turn around and switch over to the charge laser. Right, so now the charge laser, and if this charges fast enough, it barely did. Yeah. Maybe if we were a little bit better, like on the weapons department, right? Like if Zelly was, well, he's about to level up in weapons. I think the extra charge might be enough at that point. Because like, here's the issue, right? I could invest the resources to upgrade the weapons bay enough to have both, but that's a lot of investment. 2 fuel, a missile, and 17 scrap. How much would that cost? 45, and then we'd need enough power to run it. Maybe. I don't love it, but maybe. At a nearby space station, hails you. Greetings, your arrival is most fortuitous. We recently came across some extra drones. If you have some fuel, I will not trade you fuel for drones. Good day. Alright, abandoned or rocket controlled. Let's go to the abandoned sector. And again, I think we're gonna need to see some stuff happen here in Sector 3. The store won't do us any good. Let's back jump so we get an extra node in here. A military Lanius vessel stops repurposing an abandoned satellite as soon as you jump in. It blocks all hails and powers its weapons. That's fine, bro. You do you. We do have double shield pips now to contend with. Zelly has leveled up on weapons. Drone Bay took a shot, but it's still powered. I really want weapons down, please. Another missile shot. Alright, weapons down. See, like, we're barely able to keep up now that they have 2 shield. We're barely able to keep their shields down. You receive a 1-word message from the enemy ship. Surrender. You assume they are asking to surrender rather than demanding yours. 2 fuel, 2 missile, 15 scrap. I'm gonna take it. I think the quicker we have a situation where we can potentially get weapons up, the better. See, but I don't know that I want to invest that money when it could go into drones if we get a good drone shop. We're in a tough spot. 5 drone parts for 31 scrap. You prepare for a fight, but they do not seem to be carrying any weapons. After a brief moment, they message you, although the translator struggles with the unfamiliar dialect. I'm gonna take that. I know that the drones are kind of like the lifeblood of what we have going on. But I really need something to come up, and this might help us in the shops here. A trading depot is set up near the beacon. A surprising number of military ships guard the station. You pick up an advertisement on a wideband channel. Ship parts, repairs, refueling, souvenirs. We got it all. Check out the only store not afraid of scavengers this side of Omicron 6. I don't know how clever that is of them. So we finally get a drone shop, but I'm going to be honest, it's not exactly what I would have hoped. A defense drone's not terrible. Don't get me wrong. I think that's a pretty good drone. Anti-combat drone would take out other drones. An anti-personnel drone helps to deal with our issue with how weak our units are. None of those help us fight ships, which is what I need. So we're gonna see if we can get better luck in this other shop. We might hit both those beacons next to the shop just to maximize money here. The charts indicate this was the location of a small skirmish over a military facility on a nearby moon. Oddly, scans pick up no signs of debris from either the battle or the station. Yet another area sucked dry by the Lanius. Upon arrival, you are immediately surrounded by chaos. A planet's anti-ship battery is firing on a number of Lanius ships. One of the combat ships mistakenly believes your ship has arrived to assist the planetary defenses. Combat positions. Alright, fortunately he's only got the one shield. So at least we got that going for us. An anti-ship battery on the planet is targeting your enemies. Interesting. I don't know that I've ever seen that event. Or that modifier. Oh, it would help if I'm actually fighting instead of sitting here. Yeah, there you go. Nice shot from the planet. Their clone bay's down. Keep those weapons down. I'd rather not take a bunch of hull damage. This should do it, hopefully. There we go. 3 fuel, a missile, 31 scrap. You finish off your assailant with the help of the anti-ship battery, but the fight rages on in the distance. You better leave before you get dragged into it again. 91 scrap gets us into a position where this store either yields something or we juice up the weapons bay. You receive a message from a nearby station. The end is upon us. The metal demons have come to absorb your very being. But it's not too late to prepare for the worst. It appears that was an advertisement for a space dock. You scan their products. All right, so another combat drone. So that makes us very drone dependent. But I kind of want that. 50 scrap. We only have 6 drones though. So like how long is that sustainable? Drones at 8 apiece. That's pretty expensive to maintain. All right. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna sell the Pegasus and buy the combat drone. If we do that, let me see if my math is right here. First of all, the drone bay's got to get repaired. We only have 2 extra power at any given time right now. So here's my plan. Right now, I'm going to just give us the 2 extra points. Oh no, I put them into engines instead of the weapons. I've been looking at the wrong thing the whole time. 85 for more weapon systems. All right, so we're going to have to go all in on drones. So I think I think we sell the charge laser. Oh, I gobbled that up the worst way possible. Alright, so we need one more pip in the drone bay. We can take some points out of there. Yeah, so those don't need to be on. We got 2, so we can still power a combat drone. Yep, okay. Not great out here. Intruders on board. Wonderful. Alright, I think we're going to take the fight to them and just move if we need it to stay alive. So Card Shark, you've got to go. And then Caldwell will probably have to go first here. Oh no, man. They're both getting beaten at like equal measure. I feel like we barely accomplished anything on getting them injured. Propulsion's going to be offline here, so we do take the hull damage for it, unfortunately. Yeah, we did like a total of 60 damage. Card Shark's got to go before he dies. Zelly's got to go. Oh boy, Caldwell's going to get quad teamed. I forgot that as soon as I have people moving, the others refocus. We're going to take more hull damage because Shields is going to go down here. Okay, so now, unfortunately, let me see, who's more damaged? I think they split this semi-intelligently, which is not ideal. Oh, they moved on pretty quick. Okay, yes. I want to fight you in the medbay, please. We should just put, like, we should put signs out in the corridors that say, like, all expensive cargo this way. And just point them to the medbay so that when we have intruders on board, we can just funnel them in here for combat. Alright, once we have all 3 of these guys down, we're gonna have to go find the other guy elsewhere. Oh no, he came back. Beautiful. What a dummy. You fool, you've fallen into my trap. Alright. All fixed up. Let's get all the systems back online. And then we're gonna jump away. That event, man, any of these events where you wind up with intruders and you wind up having to spend time and resources and energy to get them off the ship, only to then turn around and get no reward for it. Like, FTL's already kind of a cruel mistress on the RNG front to begin with, but those events particularly are just like a kick in the teeth. You discover an abandoned mining facility in the process of being acquired by the Lanius. However, you immediately receive a call from a civilian transport vessel. Help, we were trying to escape before the Lanius came, only to be caught by pirates. You see a lone pirate ship boarding the civilian craft. Let's fight. We don't really have much to lose, if I'm being honest. We're in trouble right now. Medbay's hacked. Don't know that I super care about it. We want shields to stay down, but we need weapons offline. This drone's got to come up with some big shots. There we go. That was a pretty smooth combat. 2 fuel, a drone, 33 scrap, and then a missile, a drone, and 31 more scrap. Apparently the ship that was being assaulted was a science vessel. So that's actually a really big deal, because that gives us what we need to now field 2 combat drones as necessary. That should help considerably. That may have potentially put this run into a position where it's worth continuing. A rebel scout patrols near the beacon. Ha! I knew you'd try and sneak through this sector as soon as I heard it become treacherous. Surrender. We will not, sir. We are going to see what the full might of my double drone army will do to you. So the ions, we're just going to hopefully keep the shields down. With 2 combat drones, I feel like they'll eventually knock weapons offline. That is a big missile, and unfortunately that takes the drones offline. Yikes. Keep those weapons down, boys. We still need to bring the other drone back up. There we go. Okay. Man, that freaking missile that it's got is not great. 4 fuel, a drone, and 18 scrap. I'm gonna take that because the fuel is a pretty big get for us right now. Let's take one more jump in this sector before we decide to move along. Your scans have picked up a Lanius vessel in this system. It appears to be navigating a rich debris field, harvesting minerals. Let's take some for ourselves. Instead, we wind up fighting. You attempt to navigate the debris. You come too close to the Lanius ship, and they proceed to try and harvest you. In Lanius space, scrap harvest you. Weapons being hacked is not great. We do need to have the shields down long enough for the combat drones to start putting damage on target. Oh, come on, hit with one of these before the hack lights up again, please. Oof, scrap cannon. Their shields are offline. See, this is the issue, like, it works fine, but it's, I mean, we're investing quite a bit on every fight. 3 fuel, a pair of missiles, and 33 scrap. With the competitor gone, you proceed to investigate the field and scavenge what you can. 2, 1, and 33. 118 scrap is not bad. So I'm wondering... I mean, I'd not be upset to get some extra dodge chance working. Yeah, listen, we spent like an idiot. I spent and upgraded the engines anyway, so why not get some dodge out of it? You arrive at the long-range beacon. You come across an asteroid mining colony. They message you immediately saying, "Greetings. Our supplies of mining explosives have run out ever since the rebels blockaded this system. Do you have any extra explosives?" Yeah, here's some missiles, dog. Oh, they gave us an extra power point in the reactor. I'll take that. All right. So what does that change for me right now? Nothing directly, but it gets us into a position to maybe make some tweaks to the other things. Both are Zoltan control. Oh, no, it's a Zoltan control and a Zoltan homeworld. Let's go to the Zoltan homeworlds. We're gonna need drone parts coming up here, and the hull's at almost half capacity. We can't even get up to that nebula until we've gone several jumps, so I guess we're just gonna start plowing ahead. An unarmed Zoltan transport vessel is slowly making its way towards the beacon here. They hail. This is a Zoltan peace envoy. We carry no weapons or shielding and rely on the mercy of others to communicate our message. Well, let's hear it. We take your silence for interested contemplation. They talk at length about peace and harmony, but either it's beyond your simple mind or it's all nonsense. They finish. Please, spread the word of enlightenment to those that have not heard. Once you have, contact our brethren. They transmit coordinates to their so-called brethren. Added a quest marker to your map. All the way down in the corner, dog. Oh, and I gotta jump up here first? It's gonna be a big maybe from me. A rebel ship is guarding this beacon. You order a pursuit course and prepare to scratch up one more. Let's get at it. They're transporting over, which sucks. As soon as we've got some kind of damage down, we're gonna have to, yeah, okay. So we gotta go fight so that we don't die in the process. Do not like how much damage we took on that salvo. Zelly and Card Shark are staying up even though they're taking an absolute thwomping. Fire in the cockpit, that's awful. Zelly's gonna have to get pulled here. They're powering up their FTL, which is fine. They can do that. We're gonna retreat out. Try not to die while you're putting out the fire. We're gonna lose weapons control here because they're fighting it. Ah, you've made your point. We are beaten. Take these and leave us to our shame. 3 fuel, 4 missiles, 38 scrap, and a small bomb. I'm gonna take that offer. That's actually a pretty good amount of stuff. And provided we... they still died. Provided we get some money out of the small bomb. Teleporting bomb. Normal damage is 0. So this does fire damage and system damage. Oh, we have no oxygen. One day I'm going to remember to make sure that we have breathable air. We're going to let that oxygen come back up. 71 scrap now. And hopefully, like I say, we can sell the small bomb. Some repair up. Zelly's getting ready to master weapons, which will be a big deal. All right. Everything is back online. We do have enough power that if I put an extra point into the weapon system, we could use that small bomb. I just don't know how helpful it is. Man, I can't believe these two don't connect. That sucks. I wanted to take the nebula so we had time to get down to the quest markers. It appears this distress beacon is coming from the surface of a nearby moon. Your sensors are picking up a single life form. We'll investigate. It's the madman. How much hull do we have? You know, I think we're going to try it, if for nothing more than I would like to get another crewman, so hopefully he doesn't blow up the ship. Oh my god, instead he just straight up took someone. Once back in orbit, the man turns increasingly violent. Eventually he turns on your crew and manages to kill one before you can subdue him. Caldwell Gonzo. Well, that's not great. Oof. All right, so we still have 25 dodge even without manning the engine room, fortunately, because of the money we invested in the engines. Not me, says Card Shark. He's hanging on this time. Card Shark just wanted a chance to be captain again, and he's done it. Zelly's gonna stay on weapons. Hopefully whatever this quest marker is yields something decent and tangible, because we're hurting. A black market weapons trader spins you a tale of the dangers of the nebula before pushing his wares. Purchase an unknown weapon for 45 scrap. That seems curious. Bro, I'm your guy, Zelly. You know what? You've been coming up big. We're gonna buy you an unknown weapon for 45 scrap as a little treat. The Flak Gun Mark II? That's actually probably pretty filthy. You transfer the scrap and receive the weapon in return. Let's hope it was worth it. So required power 3, charge time 21 seconds, but it shoots 7 times. Ooh. 21 seconds is an awfully long time, though. Rip Caldwell? Indeed, Rip Caldwell. He gave his best. We're certainly not going to be in a position to, like, throw that on simultaneously with the Ion, and it does take an absurdly long time to charge, unfortunately. But man, 7 attacks is pretty juicy. You arrive at a Zoltan research facility. They say they're researching genetic distortion. This is the one where they want to see our like sleep signatures. As your weapons guy, I recommend using it. I mean, look, you're the weapons expert. We're going to put it into play. Let's participate in their study. We have intruders on board because they weren't actually scientists. Oh my god. Everything is terrible all the time. One of them's an Engi. Hopefully we can get through him pretty quickly here. The slug's gonna make things kind of irritating, but we do. Oh god, we're still fighting too. I just thought it was an intruder event. We're gonna do an ion blast and then immediately go to the flak system, I suppose. It was recommended. They took out our, oh, they took out the med bay, which is like the only thing keeping us alive. We have to retreat to fix the med bay, but they're gonna knock the weapon system offline. Oh, you don't want to see it. I'm gonna be honest. I think we're done here. Yep. Despite what was an excellent recommendation from our weapons guy, wasn't quite the loadout we were looking for. One last explosion marks your fate as your ship is torn apart. Blaming it on Cardi? Yeah, Captain Cardi, that was your first sortie. Come on, man. It's number 4 score, second best with the Torus, so it wasn't all bad, but not gonna get it done against the Rebel flagship, unfortunately.